Gaming laptops run extremely hot under heavy loads, and we all know that. Now, have a look at the temperatures on both sides. See the difference? On the left, my laptop was applied with regular thermal paste, but the temps don't look so good. So I swapped out the thermal paste for liquid metal, and as you can see on the right, the temps drops by more than 10 degrees Celsius. That's a huge improvement, but is it worth risking? Most laptops nowadays use thermal paste. It's safe, cheap, and good enough for keeping most processors cool. Meanwhile, high-end gaming laptops, such as the ROG series, actually have liquid metal applied on the CPU from factory, in order to reduce thermal throttling and fan noise under heavy load. However, these incredible gains come with drawbacks. Liquid metal is electrically conductive, which means it can seriously damage other components if you don't know what you're doing. Not to mention that it will definitely void the warranty if you remove the heatsink. Well, fortunately, my 5-year-old laptop is out of warranty, and I'm done suffering from the jet engine noise whenever I game. It's time to swap out my temporary thermal paste for proper liquid metal. The first thing I did after removing the bottom case was disconnecting the battery from the motherboard. This step is super important before messing with the chips under the heat pipes, or else I might accidentally short a circuit and break the entire motherboard. Next, I carefully removed the screws from the heatsink and kept them somewhere safe. Believe me, you do not want to spend the entire afternoon searching for that tiny ass screw. Now, here comes the crucial step. I cleaned the CPU, GPU, and the contact surfaces on the heatsink with alcohol pads. I made sure there were no residues before I let it dry. After that, I applied the Conductonaut Extreme from Thermal Grizzly for the CPU, and the latest MX7 thermal paste from Arctic for the GPU. As for the VRM and VRAM chips, I used the Putty Pro. The thermal compounds are better than the original ones that come with this laptop. Now that we're all set, let's see how well the liquid metal does its job. I'll compare the thermal performance of regular thermal paste and liquid metal in idle, stress test, and gaming. All tests were completed at a room temperature of around 20 degrees Celsius, and the laptop stand was used to increase air intake. Here are the hardware settings, and if you have noticed, I have set a TDP limit on the CPU. That's to maintain uniform power consumption for a fair comparison. Let's begin with the idling temps. As you can see, the CPU temperature dropped by 7 degrees Celsius. I mean, that's a huge improvement for idling. At least my cooling fans won't spin like crazy when I'm watching YouTube. Moving on to stress tests. In order to put the processors under heavy load, I stressed the CPU with the AIDA64 FPU stability test, and the GPU with the Thermark stress test. Here are the results after 10 minutes. The CPU temperature is now 6 degrees Celsius cooler than before, although the improvement isn't as large as it was in the last test, but it's more than enough to keep it from thermal throttling when all the cores are utilized. On the other hand, the GPU temp is 6 degrees Celsius hotter than before. That seems a little bit weird with better thermal paste applied, doesn't it? Well, the truth is, the CPU and GPU both share the same heat pipes, and since the CPU heat is now more effectively transferred, the heat pipes are actually hotter and the heat transfer rate from the GPU to the heat pipes is much slower. In English, the GPU temp is affected by the extra heat from the CPU. For thermal performance in gaming, I'll cover CS2, Cyberpunk 2077, Forza Horizon 5, and GTA 5 Enhanced. Let's start with CS2. Before swapping to liquid metal, the CPU ran at around 96 degrees Celsius on average, and it's hitting the temperature limit very frequently, sometimes even hitting 99 degrees Celsius. On the other hand, the GPU ran relatively cool, at 76 degrees Celsius on average. After applying liquid metal, the CPU temp drops significantly to 83 degrees Celsius, while the GPU drops to 75. In Cyberpunk 2077, the CPU was running at the temperature limit constantly during the benchmark, while the GPU ran at around 76 degrees Celsius. After liquid metal is applied, the CPU temp dropped by 15 degrees Celsius on average, while the GPU was 2 degrees Celsius cooler. For Forza Horizon 5, the CPU has the biggest thermal performance jump, from hitting the temperature limit to just 80 degrees Celsius. That's 17 degrees Celsius cooler, while the GPU temp also decreased from 77 to 74 degrees Celsius. When running GTA 5 Enhanced, the CPU temp also has great improvement, decreasing from 97 to 84, while the GPU is 1 degree Celsius cooler. So, to summarize the improvement, the CPU temp dropped by 13 to 17 degrees Celsius, while the GPU drops by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius, depending on the game. That's a huge difference for the size of a laptop. Not only were the temperatures significantly decreased, but gaming performance also jumped by 34% in CS2, thanks to reduced CPU thermal throttling. Take a look at this comparison. When I was playing Deathmatch in CS2 for 10 minutes, the CPU kept thermal throttling with regular thermal paste, and it wasn't even unleashing its full potential. The frames dropped from around 160 to under 60 FPS sometimes. After applying the liquid metal, the frame time is much more stable and there's no sudden FPS loss. Liquid metal is absolutely amazing for laptop cooling. Its incredible heat transfer rate is super useful in smaller machines, such as laptops, where there is limited space for cooling modules. But here's the catch: liquid metal is electrically conductive, and if it leaks or spreads, you could fry your motherboard by shorting a circuit or corroding other components, and it's definitely not beginner friendly. With greater cooling capabilities comes greater risks. So yes, liquid metal works very well on laptops, but unless you know what you're doing, the cost might be more than just the liquid metal itself. If you want to know more about my ROG laptop, make sure to check this video out.